Tag TV and Tag Radio. Be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. In the employee lounge, they'll be serving free snacks, soda, coffee, and tea. Later in the game room, it's ping pong, Xbox, or Wii. Then there's the crawfish boil, the sailing trips, the baseball games, the family picnics, and, of course, the now famous Greekathon. Did we mention health care or retirement? What about profit sharing, tuition reimbursement, employee referrals, client finder fees, and certification bonuses? Training and career advancement, not just any small step-by-step advancement, a fast-track roadmap to navigate your career from analyst to consultant to senior consultant with clearly defined prerequisites along the way. Later, you can choose whether being a project manager or an architect's path is right for you. Greetings, everyone. It's Friday, July 20th, 2012, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. I'm your guest host, Frank Baia. If you are an IT professional or desire to have a career in the industry, the technology market has changed. It's a new world of opportunity. It's about talent, passion, professionalism, and commitment to customer value and corporate values. Up to the Tech Talk in 2007, they had already been recognized as Small Company of the Year, a Microsoft Community Partner Excellence Award winner, and Technology Vendor of the Year. By 2008 and 2009, titles like IT Vendor of the Year, finalists for multiple years, and Share Success Award winner were common and prestigious recognitions. Over the next few years, in fact, in 2010 alone, they were recognized as an award winner, first runner-up, or second-place winner for now medium-sized company competitions. Titles like Best Company to Work For, Pacemaker Award, and a finalist for Tag's prestigious Excalibur Awards. 6 recognitions alone in that single year. In 2011, it was time for national recognition. Inc. 500, 5,000 fastest growing companies, and Best Company in multiple cities throughout the U.S. In the first half of 2012, they were already racked up 4 more recognitions, like the fastest growing Bulldog business, Best and Brightest Companies, and Best Place to Work For. Oh, yes, the technology market has changed in the last few years, and no better place than CTS IT Consulting reflects that change, both internally and in external client service and retention. With offices now in Atlanta, Birmingham, Charlotte, Chattanooga, Mobile, and in the fall of this year, Nashville. Making change happen? Meet native Atlantan and director of CTS, Cara Turano, who joined the firm 7 years ago. Cara speaks from her own experience at CTS, where she has grown from a recruiter to vendor management to business development manager. She became the director of the Atlanta office at the start of this year. Tech Talk tells how change is good, and commitment to values, employees, and clients make it even better for maximum success. As we meet CTS Director Atlanta, Cara Turano. Cara, welcome to Tech Talk.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
What an exciting time it is to be involved in technology. I think that's kind of a cliche almost, because I think for every year people that are involved in it probably say the same thing, but everything from clouds to mobile devices, big data. I was in a meeting earlier today, and we were talking about zero moment of truth, the Google situation as it relates to analytics. Certainly from your perspective, you've seen a lot happen. What have you seen, and how have you seen the technology market change, say, in the last year?
You know, over the last year, we've seen companies making an investment in technology to streamline their business processes. We've seen an increase in the enterprise adoption of social media in mobile and cloud-based technologies, much like you've already alluded to. And we've actually seen IT becoming a driver of business strategy versus simply an organizational support function. With these changes, the demand for technology consulting services around system integration and collaboration platforms has grown. And we've also seen an increased need for consulting services in both our existing customers and in prospects. We've seen a need for great technical talent at a time when you have baby boomers retiring and fewer people choosing technology-centered career paths. And you have a whole generation of employees that are used to limitless connectivity and the consumption of technology on these mobile devices and through social media. So you really have a technology market with high demand and limited resources to meet that demand.
And I'm going to guess that the criteria still remains that it not just be competent mediocrity, it's got to be superior. What, in your opinion, needs to be done to continue to provide superior technical consulting to your clients?
Actually, I spent some time last week at a Microsoft Partner Conference, and this was a big topic of conversation for everyone. And it sounds like for CTS and most companies across the board from a technology perspective that training is going to become vital. For instance, our consultants are all W-2 employees with double-digit years of experience at CTS or in the industry, which benefits our customers because consultants serving on their projects have hundreds of virtual team members in the form of coworkers. We have an internal competency track for software development, business intelligence, quality assurance, application integration, project management, giving all of our team members exposure to the technology centers of excellence that define our go-to-market strategy that are evolving as the market evolves. We pay for external certifications, training material, classes, certification tests, and then give certification bonuses on top of that. And with the growing demand, what we've been doing at CTS and what I heard other companies are starting to do is invest very heavily on the university campuses around the cities and states where you're located. I know TAG has a huge education initiative, but we have a summer internship program where our interns work on virtual teams and solve real-world problems using current technology such as SharePoint 2010. And then as we have college students that graduate and start at CTS, we invest 8 weeks of technical training for them before they ever interact with a customer. And we're hiring individuals who have changed careers and recently moved into a technical role by providing that same type of technical boot camp that we offer college graduates. And then on top of that, our centers of excellence encourage our team members to pursue cutting-edge technology such as Microsoft Azure and Windows 8 to make sure that we're using cloud services and enterprise social networking and doing some mobile application development. So we really have a full POC capability, training capability internally and externally, and I think you're going to see that more and more as the technology trends continue to grow and the pool of labor continues to shrink.
Well, in a word, impressive, no two ways about it. And obviously describing the marketplace the way that you're saying, dynamic, and yet the talent situation in huge demand, and the concept of growing your own certainly is a tremendous investment as it relates to, I'm going to assume, a tremendous asset. But what about the other side of it, the challenge of retaining top talent? What would you advise some of our listeners as far as what's necessary in order to keep good talent after you've trained them, maybe even the fact that they've already come to you with expertise to make sure they stay with you?
We hope that by providing our employees a future with an opportunity for career growth, that we can retain them, which we have over the past couple of years. At CTS, our retention rate tends to be higher than in the general IT consulting industry. But we try really hard to have fun, which I know sounds maybe cliched, but our headcount from 2008 to 2011, which is how long we've been open in Atlanta, has increased over 70% on average, while our revenue has also increased almost 200% year over year, which definitely aligns with our corporate goals. We conduct employee meetings to share what our local goals are and how they're going to roll up to the corporate goals, and make sure that everyone knows that as an individual contributor, what they are doing to help achieve the mission of the company. We also have a great national health insurance package that's a very low cost to our employees and includes dental, vision, life insurance, profit sharing, 401k, and tuition reimbursement for continued education outside of technical training. We've already hit on how much technical training we do and how we pay a bonus for that once you're certified. We also are doing things like encouraging employees to refer their best technical talent friends. And we have travel differential, which allows our employees who travel anywhere outside of their home office, whether we're downtown and if somebody's up at Alpharetta, they get a daily stipend to drive somewhere else. And we here in Atlanta do a monthly funded fun team event where we go to the movies or the Braves. We've gone to Underground to eat at the food trucks. We do a Fashion Friday challenge for wearing some silly outfits.
Stop. I can't take it anymore. I'm ready to sign.
I know.
I'm ready to quit my job and come to work for you. That's incredible.
It goes on and on. We have a dog. We have
really
exercise balls. We have a Connect. So we're really trying to encourage both the work hard, but take some time
Sure.
for other things.
Well, in all seriousness, the question is, what weren't you doing to keep top talent? That sounds incredible. Well, as most of our interesting interviews have a tendency to do, time's going by quickly. We asked a little bit about last year and some of the change that you've seen. Kind of put on your forecasting cap a little bit. Talk a little bit about emerging technology trends and what do you see, say, for the next 12 to 18 months?
For us, we've seen, as a Microsoft partner, the large-scale adoption of SharePoint Server as an enterprise platform, which is allowing us to now develop applications as well as integrate third-party tools so that that platform is really becoming the enterprise support system. We think that we'll see more business intelligence applications built with performance dashboards as companies are really trying to understand what their big data means to them and incorporate reporting and analytics into all of that so that the data can be used to actually mean something and help them grow their business. And then we're looking at the ways that these solutions can be hosted on-premise or off-premise as applications in the cloud. And as companies look for ways to save money, we really are only going to see more and more using virtualized environments. And then with our development background, we're going to start looking into Azure and SharePoint Online functionality as well as ways to take the applications that we currently develop for in-house work to push out into the mobile environment through iOS and Windows 8.
That undoubtedly, it's a case where the opportunity for thought leadership, the opportunity for innovation, the opportunity for talent, it's always been a rich marketplace during a booming economy. Now it's a case that even more when you're talking about performance, when you're talking about return on investment, the kind of organization and the kind of capabilities that you represent to your clients has got to be, I would almost submit maybe a tad of an exaggeration, but a unique competitive advantage in many cases. I'd be remiss in not asking you another question in that one last point from a TAG standpoint. How has being a member of TAG helped you with your growth here in Atlanta?
Initially our TAG membership allowed us to meet potential customers and just people to bring into our team from a recruiting perspective. But within a year, we had CTS employees sitting on two society boards, the Smart Grid Society and the Content Management Society, and we've seen consulting engagements emerge from our participation there.
Wow.
As we grew and became a premier member, we still have all the fantastic networking opportunities that have increased brand awareness, but we've also been given a chance to publish press releases, write for the blog, submit white papers, and host events that are open to all TAG members. And then we have the inclusion in the newsletter and these Tech Talk Tag Radio opportunities, which we use to drive revenue and as a recruiting tool. And then the training opportunities through TAG have just been fantastic, and it never ceases to amaze me how many awards that TAG puts on annually that several of our employees have been nominated for. Our relationship with TAG has allowed us to grow revenue and headcount here in Atlanta, and we plan on continuing our partnership with TAG for many years to come.
I think also there's something that comes to mind in terms of the power of positive thinking and the idea of about a glass half empty, glass half full. The things that you're describing, both in terms of the marketplace, in terms of your own organization, the training and growth programs, the retention programs, even the way that you describe the TAG relationship, it's quite obvious that you're a positive thinker and a thought leader, but also somebody that's full of passion and is genuinely committed to their profession. And that's a hats off. That's something that I think all of us can be proud of and appreciative of, because we're all part of that same community. Cara, thank you for taking time out of your hectic schedule. I have to admit, a very positive environment, one that I would love to learn more about. Maybe we can get together again in the future and talk deeper about CTS. But again, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to join us for a few moments here on Tech Talk.
You are very welcome. At any time you want to stop by, just let me know.